smile only added falsely earned years to her expression. Carmine, this is why I told you I would rather just deal with you. Women bringing along too much bullshit with them. Her attitude changed the minute she laid eyes on me. Now it was my turn to laugh. I cocked my head back and bellowed out deep-rooted laughter, which I knew would anger her even more. My attitude may have changed as soon as I laid eyes on you, but it doesn't have everything to do with what you look like. Beyond your face, your attitude is fucking disgusting. But I am quite curious. Tell me, what are you? My God, what in the hell did you do to yourself? I'm almost afraid to look at you. Not because you put any fear in my heart, but because I don't want to go home and have nightmares tonight. What I said was unkind and evil, and I wanted it to be. Resentment and pain flashed in her eyes, and I knew I had her attention. Carmine reached over and at first tried to calm me down with a light pat on the knee. When he realized that his slight touch wouldn't work, he turned to me as if no one else was in the room. He lightly brushed my cheek with his hand and quickly kissed my lips. Calm down, Billy Blue. Do this for me, my love. Calm down so we can talk. Carmine was the only person who could douse my fire, and I was always a good angel on his shoulder. We understood each other's rage and could easily control the other's wrath. With my feelings somewhat under control, I looked at the monster. What I found in her eyes took me back. In the place of resentment, I saw sadness. Bobby's eyes were on Carmine's hand, which sat on top of mine. Instantly, I was able to relate to her for that brief moment. I took a few seconds to question the lack of love that she may have been experiencing in her life. The look of longing swam steadily in her eyes against the strong current of loneliness that lingered in the vessels to her soul. But as quickly as it had appeared, the minute she raised her eyes to face me, her moment of weakness disappeared. What have you ever had to fight for? First place in a beauty pageant? Life must have been so hard for you. But here's the thing. Out there, your looks matter. But in the world we have chosen to thrive in, your looks don't hold any weight. Well, not in mine at least. I sell drugs. I don't push cunt. There are a million cute bitches walking around L.A. I didn't question your looks because they didn't matter. I am questioning your fucking guts. I want to know if you really have the balls to handle anything besides selling pussy. I jumped to my feet, and she was right behind me. There was no need to look around the room. I knew that my soldiers were just as ready as hers. I wasn't going to take too much of her disrespect without reaching out and showing her physically what I was all about. I had come a long way from that little girl who was taken from Haiti and placed in the Vega house. I was born from chaos and chose to continue on that path. It took me a while to grow from meek and scared and transform into a lioness who ruled her jungle while blood dripped from her fangs with pride. Now, I was a full-grown predator who would kill when provoked, and my claws were only seconds away from showing. It's not about my looks, huh? If that were really the case, why do they bother you so much? I came here to discuss business with who I thought was a businesswoman. Instead, you have chosen to wear your weakness on your sleeve. That anger and jealousy that is leaking from your pores isn't because you think that I am incapable of handling mine. No, that's not why. You didn't stand here throwing daggers at my beauty because you thought that it would stop us from making money. No, you just can't stand looking at what you will never be. We are two women who had to fight to stand in our positions. Yet, just like a fucking woman, you would rather hate me for what I have, for what you lack, and for what you may never have again, I said, leaning into Carmine. Bobby stood in front of me, heaving for air. I watched as the beast damn near salivated at what I presumed was the thought of making me pay for my words. Her face was once again twisted with hate, but I was ready for whatever she wanted to do. I may have been selling sex, and to some that was disgraceful, but to me, respect needed to be shown no matter the game, because the players were all the same. No one was above the other. They came to me seeking pleasure.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.